everybody.
Hola.
It's Monday. I'm gonna make some things. I got some vague ideas, but this is just gonna be one
concept.
I have some concepts. Yeah, I don't really like. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but we're gonna get into it. Sometimes you just gotta get into it, and then you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, my Arty friends, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you were here. It's nice to know that you were here because then I can say hello to you. That means that, if you have access to the, well, it's usually over here. I think it's over here. But if you pop out your chat, then who knows where it's at on your screen. Anyway, find that chat and then you can type in it. If you don't have access to it, that means that you're watching a replay. Let us know down below, in the comments. And then over here, there's like a thumbsy upsy thing. Mucho appreciated if you'd hit that, because it lets people know you're interested in this thing and you're committed.
Yeah, really. We like that.
Because this is the beginning.
Even though we don't do
At the end, I'll just be more like, you're still here. That sort of thing.
Good to see you.
I'm trying out new material, y'all. Let me know. It's kind of like, stand-up comedians. It's usually not very good, like, the first couple times they're trying it on, Just bear with me. All right. Our participants-wise, we've got Becky, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo, Darcy, Addie, Erna, Estella, Griffinshell, that's Rhonda. Carrie just popped in there. Carrie's doing some things over on his channel. Well, he's always doing some things. He's stamping things, making envelopes and all kinds of stuff. Darcy, she's making covers for books and doing all kinds of mixed media things over there. Eddie is, doing Eddie things and just showing all sorts of things. He's got a variety.
Well,
He's been doing watercolor and like other things.
Oh,
you gotta watch the watercolor thing. That's not always my thing. Anyway,
and
love you, Eddie.
Katura is doing some really cool things.
Oh, Ketra.
Yeah, Katura.
Yeah. Did she post it in Makers?
She did, and I mean her latest pen drawing is just awesome.
Oh, she's
makes me want to get out my pen.
Is she doing the Inktober thing?
That's
That's what a lot of people are doing.
I don't. Yeah.
I just don't want to follow the prompts. I think Darcy's doing that stuff too. Okay. Anyway, we've got Erda, Estella, Flora, Griffinshell. That's Rhonda. Joni Miron is here. Jocelyn, Kathy, Ketra's here. That's who we were talking about. I like it when we're talking about people and they're here.
Yeah, that's always.
Laura, Lagia, Lindsay, Lydia, Marcy, Margie. Mark is here. Michelle with one L. My Nervous Habits. Remind me your name. I'm sure she probably said it in the chat. But I'm looking at the list. Paula Penka, Ricky Robin, Rosemary SSOS, Shannon is here, Sherry Black Dog Design, Star Traveler, it's Linda, Susan Fernandez, Trish Coogan, Veloci Chungus, that is Cass. Pia popped in there, I think. Somebody else. Alright. The list is moving. Give me extra pinky hello hands and I'll make sure that I don't miss you. Okay, let's see here. I'm looking because I asked for things, and when I ask for things, I should at least, Oh, Carrie. Oh, and your real life friend. Okay. Good. I need to write that down because otherwise I probably won't remember. Let's go topside. I've got some very interesting white paper right down here on the thing. So let's, look at that. Look at that.
Amazing. How long did it take you to get it like that?
Well, this is the 11 by 17 32-pound hammer mill. Because I thought it would be a good starting point to my thoughts and feelings towards, I don't know, here's where I'm struggling on this whole, getting started with anything is usually one of the hardest parts, right?
Yeah, sometimes you just got to jump in that mud.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at. That's where
I'm
at.
Around, yeah.
Exactly. That's where I'm at.
I'm good at that.
Oh, last day for swap sign-ups, y'all. You need to get over there.
I think that I did sign up for the ones that I was,
right, because you're not going to do the zine because you don't want to.
I can't, I can't deal with the pressure of a deadline.
I understand, because this is a new venture, but we are participating in spirit, mind, and, inspiration, hopefully. I don't know how inspiring this is right at this moment. But, you know, let's just enjoy this palette of, you know, possibilities.
Palette of possibilities.
Palette of possibilities. Okay, so I really liked your Thursday thoughts of your stages.
Yeah.
I would like to turn that into my zine thing and then make it available either as like a download or something like that. Because that's kind of the whole idea with a zine, obviously, is that it's some kind of, you know, little self-publicated reproduction of, you know, a thing. I don't know that I want to... I would ideally like to illustrate it more than I want to, like, you know, write out everything that you wrote. I don't know if you wrote it in a way that I can copy it and then make it into things I can print out and put onto my paper here.
Right.
I also wanted to, you know, show you guys maybe some of the fold options from the little book. You know, this thing. And I'm going to give one of these away. But see this accordion structure. We've done that one before. This one. And this one I think we've done before. The beak. Maybe we do a beak structure.
Pardon me.
Should we do a beak structure? And that might fit with what we're doing, because this whole foldy business is a little tricky sometimes. And I think this might hold up better with this paper.
Well, someone mentioned to me we can, you know, we talked about a stapler. We can actually, you know, pierce it and sew it. I mean, that's always an option.
Yeah. I'm going to try to skip all that business. And then Deb did say, hey, we should just get a swing stapler thing. And I meant to actually go out there and look at it. I've looked at it before, because I think we've talked about, I had a deja vu or something. I feel like we've had this conversation before. But yeah, Paula's fussy cutting.
Okay. Well,
Hi, Jean.
I've got some envelopes here that I made that I cut the numbers off of. All right. Well, actually, stage one, if you were going to synopsize it, is basically collecting indiscriminately.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of, yeah, that's definitely.
It's where you go on side quests, and you could do a little, you know, spider diagram. This can be the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Stage
2, evaluation.
So that stage 1, that first page that you got there, do you think that could be broken up in a little bit of, like, you know, maybe it's a couple panels? How many paragraphs do you have there? Sometimes she writes in ways that, you know.
Well, I know, but sometimes it's just there's just a lot of fluff in there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm kind of good with the fluff, because I think the fluff is going to be what we illustrate.
Okay, I think that the best one here is think Jello, and be not afraid to wiggle about, break off, melt down, tumble about. I think that's really a good one.
Okay.
Because I just have all kinds of visual ideas that come.
That's why I said when you were reading that, a lot of, you know.
I do try to write visually in visual metaphors.
Sometimes you're better than others.
Other times.
Sometimes you get a little, like, you know, like word snobby, and then I don't know what the heck you're talking about anymore.
Word snobby. I am sure that I don't ever get word snob.
Sometimes you're a little word snobby. And you can tell when she's real proud of the fact that she whipped out one of her big ones. Because she'll, like...
emphasize it.
Yes.
Coalescence.
See, you could just hear it. And then she's so proud of
that didn't happen till stage 3.
Coalescence doesn't happen. You gotta make it.
I work up to these things.
That's right.
It took me 3 stages
Today's more of a podcast,
to remember that word.
Sorry. There, I'll move my mic down a little bit better. Hopefully that's... Yeah, SAT words is what Eddie calls them. Those SAT words. Hey, I was doing you know, Izzy does these things on her iPad, and maybe it was something I found. I made it through most of the word things. I was pretty proud of myself.
What word things?
I don't know, it's, you know, just one of those things that you see online, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to take that little quiz.
Yeah. They just want my
Your information. No, it wasn't
Yeah.
one of those kind.
And,
It was just a video.
and then what they don't know is I don't know what my information is. I'm lucky to remember what my address is.
I know that's right.
God knows I can't remember the zip code. Look it up every time.
Every time?
Well, not every time. I've lived here for what 7 years now. I'm getting so that I can kind of remember that.
Pia's gripe with the beak structure is that on the left, it never folds quite so neatly. Well, I think we should at least make this. I could start sketching in it or something. Let's just, you know.
You have a big piece of the.
It might suck.
Hammer mill?
Yeah, look. I got 1, 2, 3 sheets of it.
All right.
I brought it up because it's been sitting in my gallery room for,
Yeah, I know.
3 months.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting stuff. Okay. Well, I need this in front of me because I need to sort of know what I'm doing. So we got to fold it, and then cut it in the middle, basically. Okay, so let's see here. Where's the little, what I'm looking for. Oh, I saw it from the back side. There we go. Foam folder. Y'all. All right, we're going to put these other 2 sheets to the side. So, it says to fold it, like so first. My hair. I'm going to try to keep these straight. Okay, now can you keep up with the chat, please?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I was just reading my notes here.
Okay, then I want you to fold back this away, I believe.
All right, let's see what we've got here.
Let me know if people start hollering that I'm not doing
All right.
some gooky stuff on this thing. So I think that, and then...
And Susan, we don't have a rotary cutter, Susan.
No.
I mean, that's another one of those things.
I got one of those little spinny cutter deals, which I operate it better than P does, but it's still,
Hey, I'm still working on scissors.
Okay, so now we've got this, and then we fold it down.
She says she just trims the edges after it's all folded.
Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree
I
with that.
always do that. I even do that with greeting cards.
Oh, yeah, she definitely
If it
does
sticks
that.
out, you just whack it off.
It's also how she trims her hair.
Hey, that philosophy works for a lot of
It
things.
does. It is
Just
applicable.
whack it off.
It is applicable.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to have a t-shirt that says that.
Okay, now we're going to cut the 2. Okay, across
Okay,
the 2.
and she says she uses the scoring board. Well, Susan, you're a lot more particular than we are. I'm just like, fold that, baby.
Yeah, we're going to fold that, baby.
Now, I do use that board for sometimes when I'm making cards that are very stiff.
Yeah, and I will tell you that board thing came in handy with the flag book.
Oh.
Remember?
No.
No, she kind of stayed away from the project.
That one just made me very anxious.
Uh-huh.
And Diane Olson has already completed her zine. Why is this stupid thing not working?
Okay.
It's not moving.
And my metal ruler has been taken.
I suppose you want mine.
Yeah, probably because it's mine.
No, it's not. It's a little short one. Yours is the long one.
Well, what happened?
I don't know.
Maybe you went downstairs. Because I think Brad needed a ruler too, so I took that. Maybe that's what happened. All right. Doing the best with my...
Okay, the spinny cutter is the one that can cut a circle.
Yes.
Oh. Well, that sounds complicated.
Its relationship status is complicated. Looky there. I think I got it. Oh.
Did you go over a little?
No, I just didn't push hard enough. But we'll get her done.
Now you're going to be cutting your paper underneath. That wasn't. You need to.
Oh, really? You weren't paying attention.
I was reading. Oh, I was reading the this stuff.
Okay.
Eddie says #complicated. Okay.
So then we fold it back over.
Hello, Joanne.
Don't know if I folded things properly, but you know, we're gonna. Oh, maybe this is supposed to go like this. Okay, we're gonna do it like that, and then we go boop. Isn't that right? Look at that. Looky there, looky there. And that's how that's done. And you're exactly right. Like, see, like, there's just a little. You know,
okay, can you do that again? I missed that. I was reading and I couldn't read and watch it.
So see,
time.
This is where the beak guy. You know.
Oh.
And you see, I had to fold it back over the other way because I think when I originally folded it, I never fold it in the right direction. That's not to say that you can't flip it over because, you know.
Oh, no, origami, you do that all the time.
Yeah. And then,
you must say boop or it won't fold correctly.
That's right. Boop. All right.
So on that one, you're just going to have one side of the paper showing. You're not going to split it so that the others, you could utilize the other side.
That is correct. This is not a piece of art. This is going to be educational.
Oh, well, I don't know if you have enough room to write down everything you need to.
3, 4, 5, 6 interior pages.
Interior.
And this is a 3-stage process, correct? Each stage can have 2 pages at that point. Plus, then we have but if it needs to spill over to the back, we can do that. I feel like that's, you know, a possibility. Now, the other thing is we could cut this and then it gives us more pages. Isn't that correct? Because it still stays together. Right? Or we can glue several of these together.
Oh. Well, there you go. I guess you can just keep adding on to it as needs be.
So see, I think one of the options is that we can cut this in that. I think that's right.
Thanks, Becky. That was really brilliant.
So yeah, we can cut up here.
Yeah.
And cut here.
Yeah.
And then that way I have more interior pages, but I don't know that I need them.
Well, there you go.
Oh, or you can make them into pockets. Okay.
Oh, hi, Anthony.
Don't cut off the tops, Carrie says. Does it fall apart?
Swearing is a sign of intelligence.
I feel like, so if we cut that one, we're not going to cut all of them, yeah, because if you cut all of them, then yeah, you're going to have a problem. But if we cut this one.
Yeah, and it says you can make those pages into pockets. That might be interesting. So you could do a lot of your instructive material and stuff it. Just saying. Yeah. It's an option.
Well, let's just pencil this out to see, you know. All right. So what is our zine all about? What are the 3 stages? What information? What is this? What is this? What is it, Patricia?
Oh, you mean you want me to say something?
Yeah, what's your title to this, you know, 3-stage process?
Well, here.
I mean, is it just for the zine project, or is it, you know, can this be?
Oh, I think it can go across the board. Yeah.
What's our title?
It's anything, you know. It's like, it's not very interesting, but you know, starting a project, how to start a project,
okay,
or steps to starting a project. And at that stage, you know, if it's and I'm just talking here.
Okay.
If you know, if you're really just kind of flailing about and you don't have an idea of what you want to do at this stage, what really works is if you do a mind map. You know, the circle with the things coming off in all different directions, and see which one tickles your fancy the most.
Look at that. Steps to starting a project. The zine edition.
Ah, very good.
Okay. Come on. Should draw something on the front? I don't. But maybe what I do is just pencil this out, and then I'll go back and do more typesetting and graphic design stuff, because that's really what I'm better at, and it usually makes me happier because it gives me the results that I want versus, like, I can pencil this out, but it won't make me happy. Just being honest.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure.
But then this is gonna be our stage 1, right?
Right. Stage 1. AKA collecting. Collecting, and then indiscriminately. Collecting indiscriminately. Did you get that?
Hold on. I'm going to try to draw this out. And this isn't very exciting in the pencil, is it? So this is just going to be my rough copy, because we do this all the time. Like, I tell her to sketch things.
If you use this number 2 pencil, those other pencils are not that.
Oh, that's not much better than this. I'm going to go with marker and just be more committed to what I'm showing y'all. Is this exciting to y'all? Are you excited about this? There's 75 of y'all. 76 here.
Okay,
do say hello in the chat.
I need to.
And I got 49 likes, so come on, y'all. Thumbsy upsies.
I want to know what Sophia said that was mean. I love stuff that's mean.
Oh, don't be a mean girl.
No, Sophia.
Oh, well, Sophia says hilarious things.
I'm trying to get there.
Okay, got to take the bracelet off. That's making me crazy.
Cut just enough to play with fire and can give Carrie a conniption fit, then we can all have fun. Yes, yes. LOL. Trish says, mine looks smaller than Mariah's. Can they be different sizes?
Of course.
Oh, heavens.
Yes, the size this is where size does not matter. And nor does, like, the type of fold or how you want to put it together. But basically...
Yes, as I think you should just cut it for educational purposes, like, oh, don't do this, as the pages fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
Good comedic value there, Mariah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was really wonderful. I love that. That's what I usually do. Yes, sweetie. And thank you, Nervous Abbott. She's using 11x7 paper. No, 11x8.
No, 11/17. Because this is like a tabloid size, is really what I think that's what they call it. Tabloid, right? Is that right?
I think just talking about the paper.
Right. This paper here, overall, its size is 11/17.
11x17. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So if you were to do this with a 8.5x11, obviously it'd be about half the size.
If Carrie underlines with a red pen, you don't mess with him when he does that. You need a red pen there, sweetie.
Okay, now say your funny collective thing again. So, stage 1.
Collecting.
So, should that be in all caps? Or, because this is like is this a subhead?
Yes, it's a subhead.
Okay.
No, you didn't do the quotation marks.
I like to do those afterwards because then I know where, like, you know.
Oh, okay.
Spatially.
Well, you can do the first one.
I did.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, shut the hell up.
So, collecting.
And then underneath that, as a qualifier, in parentheses, you put indiscriminately.
Oh, good God. Okay.
There, I have that indiscriminatively.
All right. I'm going to tell you. Spell it for me and go slowly.
Oh, I don't know if it spells correctly. We might need a spell check it.
Gosh, she's giving me bad information.
Indiscriminately. I don't think indiscriminatively is a word.
Indiscriminately?
Yeah, just the ly on the end of indiscriminate.
Okay, we're gonna find out.
And I think it's ely. I don't know.
Okay. Indiscriminately. Yeah, I really did want to Tivoli it, but yeah, you're. I'm glad we're Googling. IND.
And you know what might be kind of cool, Mariah? Just a thought.
I want y'all to think, like, this is, seriously, I don't think this is gonna be the end thing. What we are doing right now is purely like an outline. We're just kind of scrapping it out.
Scrapping it out. I like that.
Okay.
Okay, now, here's my other thought here, because as you start writing down those words there, I think it would be really cool if you had them, a whole bunch of those words that said the same thing, but just different words on that page. Then make that pocket and put things on strings so that you could pull the string and they'd come out.
Okay, once again, I love this idea, and that's normally the type of book we would make. This is a zine. This is going to be a pamphlet of information, and we need to think about it more in
how
terms
it's reproducible.
That is correct.
Well, I think that would be reproducible.
Yeah, if you had that kind of publishing. And I want these to be, I mean, I guess if I'm laying this out in like a true graphic design kind of way, I could make it a kit. I don't know if that fits into the zine situation, but yeah.
See, Becky loves a good mind map.
Yeah, mind mapping.
But the mind mapping, since you are opening this up and you're going to see those two pages at the same time, you have the whole page to work with there.
Right. But your stage one is pretty, like, you got a lot of...
Okay, so I'm going to read you some more stuff here.
Verbiage. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so think Jell-O. And be not afraid to wiggle about, break off, melt down, tumble about with unlike-minded cubes. Add sprinkles, finger paint with Jell-O goo, play.
So, to me, it's like, this is,
I think here, if you just would take your writing and you could just kind of
like the one book.
Or you could have little cubes falling down with words inside of them, tumbling, wiggling.
Well, I wanted to sort of maybe do the Jell-O, you know, like the big, you know, the Jell-O mold. Boop, boop. And maybe inside of there we could have the, you know, part about the Jell-O.
Okay.
And then over here, so, all right, so read it to me once again.
Okay. Think Jell-O, and be not afraid to wiggle about, break off, melt down, tumble about with unlike-minded cubes. Add sprinkles, finger paint with Jell-O goo, play.
Tumble about. Like in a, you know, tumble about. And then I'm thinking like a little, you know, hand. Trying to do this very quickly. We have 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's important to, you know, have 5 fingers. So we got, you know, like
Okay.
Tumble about, you know.
All right. This hasn't moved for a while here.
Yeah, you gotta, if you've moved it, you gotta like move it all the way down so it's still. Oh, Silver Granny! Hey! Yay!
Oh, Lynn!
Hey, Lynn. Okay, so think Jell-O. Jell-O. Break off. Tumble about. And then, you know, what was it? Get your hands wet. What was the hand thing?
Finger paint with Jell-O goo.
Finger paint. And then I can probably even like have, like a splat or something here. I like that idea. And then have all of these words maybe in the background.
Yeah, I think the other word that you need there under collecting indiscriminatively is the word play.
Oh, yes. So.
Because it needs to be in that spirit.
So we could.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's a good place for it because then it connects the top with the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a dialogue going there.
Now, do you guys want me to go over this in the black, or are we good? Did you get here? I know the pencil's hard to see in the. But I think that's fun. Okay, so then are we off to stage 2 then? So see, what's great is this will be perfect for us. So if we can get all stages in a 2-page spread.
Yeah, we won't have to have another.
Like this is going to be,
Okay. Okay, stage 2.
Kind of what's the subheading on stage 2?
Well, just let me read you all this and then you can decide.
Okay.
Then sometimes, not always, an idea begins to take shape. Seminal, to be sure, but there is a pull toward something. Looking at what you have, evaluating, thinking about how what is there is going to work with what the vision is becoming. The jello is still in liquid form at this stage, but it's beginning to set up around the edges, gain form. I think the whole idea of the jello as the metaphor here is one of the cohesive motifs that,
Yeah, and it could even be fun if it was like, all spilling, like there's a big, color block that's the same as our jello over here. And
right.
maybe even this does too. Like, so there's a whole thing. And then it spills over here and we've got vision. But stage 2 is our subheading there is gaining form.
Gaining form.
And then under that, what's our, liquid to solid. That might be funny. No. Or what's your big word, lady? What's your big word? Hey, we need a big word for liquid to solid. Because, see, this is where, like...
Coalescing.
Okay, we got to look that one up, too, because I want to make sure I'm spelling it
right. I don't know how to spell it either. I have it written down here, but I have a feeling it's not right. I write a lot of words I don't know how to spell.
Okay,
It starts with a C.
I
think E.
C-O-E.
L-L.
Oh, you think it's L-L? Okay, okay, coalesce.
And how did you spell it?
I don't think you're right at all. Okay, coalesce. Okay, hold on. Yes, looky here. All right. C-O-A-L-E-S-C-E.
O-O-S-ing.
Thank you, Julie. They're helping in the chat. That's good. Thank you, guys. I really hope you're enjoying that. I love this sort of thing. This makes me happy. So hopefully y'all are.
Well, actually, I lied. That was stage 3.
Oh, good gosh, lady. Where were we at with stage 2?
That was beginning to set up, but that's okay. Here, let's move down. In stage 3, things are becoming more concrete.
Okay, well, we'll,
stiffening up.
Okay, we'll find a different word for that. So let's.
You're going to move coalescing up to this one.
Yes, there you go. Love that. Because I am going to use yours. I need to, type that all out. Because even if in just the background, I will have all of the whole verbiage back there.
Okay.
And then I'll like grab the bigger words and make those more graphic.
Well, on stage, are we on stage 3?
Okay, hold.
We're still on stage 2.
Gosh, baby. Let's hold on. Okay, see, this is why. Okay, gaining form. Coalesce or coalescing. Are we
Ing.
ing? Okay.
I think the ing is important because it's verbiage.
Okay, so then do you drop the e, and then it's just
add
ing?
ing.
Okay.
I'm assuming. Seems to be.
I will spell check once I have this into the software. All right, so stage 2, gaining form, coalescing, and so then there was like vision,
evaluating.
Okay, so we want to, because I need some of my call out words that I'm gonna once I start typing this in.
Yeah, evaluating.
Evaluating.
Thinking about.
And so we need a brain in this at some point. This is kind of my brain. This is brain.
You're getting a pull towards something.
Maybe even like a thought bubble kind of, into a brain kind of situation. Okay.
And here is also, you could deal visually with some kind of liquid pouring into something.
Well, so that's why, remember, I kind of had that full-on idea of the background. So color-wise, our Jello's gonna, even though it's a full form here, because we got to think Jello, because you're already coming up with concept, all right? All right, I have to get the finished product in my brain. Now what are we doing? We're breaking it down into the parts and understanding our stages. So then it becomes back down to this liquid, and it's going to be the background in this color form. And with our words and things in this movement of the tumble, play, finger paint kind of situation. Then it spills over into our stage 2, which we're going to start gaining back that form because we have been evaluating, thinking about in our brain and visualizing. And what were some of the, maybe the other, like another couple words out of that stage 2 paragraph?
Okay. Liquid form.
Okay, so evaluating, and then so I think liquid should start being kind of over here.
Okay, so I think that's good.
Okay,
that's good.
Yeah, I got a 3, and plus the brain thing, but that's more about just me telling myself that that's a brain.
Thinking, evaluating, taking shape.
Oh yes,
I think that's a good one.
Taking shape. And then what would be kind of funny is because we can come back, like once I have this sort of, I'm going to try to keep this super simple. Then once I have this printable version that I can like lay out in these panels, then we can come back and do more mixed media. We can use our stamps. And so we could even use like the shaping up stamps in this corner where it's, taking shape. That it's the, circles, the square, the triangle.
Yeah.
Thing. I think that's fun. All right. So our final stage, is that where we're at now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So just let me read this to you, and then we'll dissect it and see what words they're going to come out. Multiple parts are beginning to have a cohesive feel. They have a sense of belonging. They like each other. And I use coalescing, but details become a part of the visual dialogue and help the story to become more concrete.
So I think stage 3, because we've been gaining form, which is the and then coalescing. And then so stage 3 is concrete, a more
concrete,
right,
with more capitalized.
Now, do you want a big word in your, because we've, or the one in the parentheses? So this is
cohesive feel.
Right, we've already done that. We moved that up to
2. How about visual dialogue?
Okay, so concrete, and then we have visual
dialogue becomes apparent.
Okay. And then again, we can bring back our, you know, at the end of this, our Jello form is back.
Yeah, that relates back to the whole.
And I think, you know, we'll bring in our color swash of, you know, fluidness.
Mm-hmm. And I do think using it, you know, really emphasizing that the visual details like each other.
Okay, so a magnet, kind of having maybe a magnet in here.
Yes,
and
because
some,
they're really gaining form.
right. So you can have your triangle and maybe your square over here, and then together they become like maybe an arrow, because again, that's movement, and I might turn that around. But see, together these two objects become like an arrow.
Yeah, that you put them together visually.
Right.
I like that.
Okay.
And you can just
and what are some of our call out words? So we've
sense of belonging, like each other.
okay, belong.
Well, we've already used visual. Story has form.
And then we've created a story. Look at that! I'm pretty pumped about that situation there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it's wonderful.
Okay, so that's stage one that I'm doing here. Here. And I'm going to be there. Unfortunately, a lot of that is going to be, you know, done on the computer and in my, you know, with my skill set that I am most comfortable with and happy with.
Okay, I think you need another piece of paper at this point.
Okay.
So, and relate it, you can divide your paper up into 3 parts. So you can have stage 1, 2, and 3. And then you can list things, colors that you want on each page. I think that would help you. It would help me if I'm going to help you with my gel prints that I'm going to make. So maybe you need to decide on a color theme. You know, really look at each one. I don't know. I don't know that.
I don't know where they're like. I don't know that we're there yet, because I need to get a very basic layout done with these things. I may even just some of the graphics that we're gonna use, I may just have them as pieces, and then we can cut them out and place them.
Ah. But in order to know what pieces you're going to be cutting out, I do think that you need to think a little bit about, you know, granted, we're going through the stages here, but the whole book needs to have a cohesive feel to it.
Yeah. Now, one thing I was thinking about is maybe utilizing the color combo for this month.
Oh.
Our Jello could be the terracotta, or it could be the yellow radiant, you know, kind of orangey color, which would be really good. And that's a very creative color.
Orange is creative.
And then the wording could be in the jade green. And terracotta can be sort of our accents and maybe some of our other things, like, you know, kind of it, because that orangey, the radiant yellow and the terracotta are lighter colors, so they would be really good for the graphics that are going to be more in the background.
And
then we can use black. I mean, obviously for the text, like it sits on top in different places. What do you think?
Yes, we are using Jello as a metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I think we need to look at Jello from the standpoint of different stages. I think that stage 1 does not need, I think we need to have something pouring into something. It's liquid.
Okay, so
Stage 1.
more about the bowl
And
with the water being mixed with the powder.
yes. And the little droplets are great because you could actually put words inside the little droplets if you made them
Right.
large enough to. Because those represent visually the parts, that you're collecting.
Uh-huh.
And some parts are bigger than other parts, yada, yada. I don't know if we're overcomplicating this.
Yes, you are.
I have a tendency to do that.
She does that. But I thought that, it was still good content.
This is stage 1 where we're still. Don't forget, color combo has black and white and a metallic. I don't know. The reason I'm hesitating and not buying all in on the color combo is I think it's limiting, and I think that I think with the green, the terracotta, and the yellow, I don't think you have a high contrasting color content. The terracotta needs to move into the really, really reddish pink in order to have that punch of a,
Okay.
But the green and the yellow, I'm good with that. But I just think the terracotta is going to be problematic. I just think it's kind of a brownie color.
And that was the terracotta that you picked. Yes. The one that's actually over there in the Makers of Mixed Media Art
But
Facebook group as the color combo was not.
that contrasting color needs to be like hot pink. I don't think.
Well, I'm not against that.
I really honestly think that's your ticket.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, Carrie says our Jello comes in cubes and you pour hot water. Ours comes in a packet of powdery stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
That is. Can you send a picture? I would like to see a picture of that. Do you have Jello? Yeah, ours is it's just a packet and it's powder. I would assume what they've done is they've just made they put the powder into a block. But I like that idea because that actually goes with our tumbling better. So maybe we can even reference down at the very bottom that this is the UK Jello in cube form for best purposes of our, visual metaphor.
See, and Carrie says he agrees. It doesn't suit the color combo. It's not enough impact.
Okay. So we're thinking, all right, let's make our little notes on the back here, our color ideas. Because on the back, I'll put together a mix of the visuals. And it'll be a fun little back. Or it might have, the wording might have to spill over. So we're just going to, this is notes right now. So
yes,
we're thinking
Lynn.
Hot pink. And then we need lime green.
And see, I disagree with this. I think this needs to be written on another paper. You might want to actually have something on the back there that is in relationship to the book.
Miami Vice blue. Like I said, what I will end up doing for the actual back will be taking these same graphics that I put together or pulled together here and just making a fun background. And then put, PM Artist Studio, Patricia and Mariah, all that business. So I think hot pink, lime green, and Miami Vice blue.
I love that.
I love those colors. And they'll be fun and energetic.
Yes.
Which is really like this whole...
Yes, we want to.
Keep the movement going.
Inspire, motivate, and otherwise, kick
right.
people in the pants.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I am good with all of this. But again, it needs to all be done, at this, the next stage of this will be on the computer. That's all I got for that right now. So, that being said, where are you at with it? I'm just putting this out here because it's, pretty.
You
Where
haven't
are
glued
you?
down the terry parts.
Well, the thing, where do you want me to glue them? I mean, those are just...
No, just glue them down. See, they're tearing up there.
Trim them off. Or
No,
you're talking about this.
I'm talking about that.
Okay, well, we can glue that while we're figuring out.
There's another couple there. You just need to look more carefully.
Okay.
You weren't paying attention. But I understand that because it's hard to read and watch. Yeah, they're talking about gelatin's great for nails. Well, a lot of these people have pre-made Jello too. There's another one there.
Well, this is like hanging off the paper.
Yeah, I know. But there's another one there right close to it that's tearing up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you can trim those off. I don't care about that. I think they look kind of cool, but for your purposes, maybe not.
Oh, well, this is not for me. Like, this,
okay.
I had it over there and
you were supposed to fix it.
Yeah. What else do you want to work on? Show, talk about, where are we at with things here?
I don't know.
She has her chicken, but she doesn't want to show the chickens today.
Well, I might show some of the chickens. I might show the undone version of the chickens. I've painted their bodies.
It would be probably good to show like that stage of the chicken because all they saw were the stamped chicken.
Yeah, here they are.
And maybe we talk about your story. Do we want to make note? Like this can just be our, concept of things. Look at these chickens. This is stage 2 of the chickens. So she stamped them. And this is the asagami slick side. Hemp, oops, sorry.
Yeah, and I have one more here that
And then did you just use the markers or paints or what?
I used paints.
Okay.
So and then the next stage is I used markers.
And y'all come back tomorrow to see the next phase of the chickens.
Well, I think it would be good, and I'll just open up my sketchbook here.
So maybe the idea here is that do you want that same kind of big book for your chickens? Or do you need more?
Basically, right now, I'm going to allow. I'm doing my exactly opposite of yours, and I think this will be kind of informative.
Okay.
What I would like to do is I would like to get ideas for dialogue.
Okay.
Because I think the dialogue is going to determine my ideas about how I'm going to present my chickens.
Okay.
So I need story ideas. I even need what are the chickens going to say to each other?
Okay.
And I like it. Yeah, Paula says big book. It would be appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure that I'm ready for that stage. Really, this is, if you wanted to add another thing, this would be
Oh, I like that, Carrie. I like that.
Pre-book. So I don't know what my book is going to look like at this point, but okay, what do I know? I have chicken.
The Bok Bok book. I love that. That makes me laugh.
I have chickens. Now what I need to know are some...
we need a story for these here chickens.
We need a story for it. Something compelling. Something relevant, maybe perhaps, even satirical, allegorical.
Well, just knowing the little...
And I'm going to write down everything.
Let me tell you, some of these chickens got pretty fancy.
Okay, so I have fancy chickens.
Yes. Hello, Sandy. And hello to everybody that's come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back.
And I have more plebeian chicken.
Oh, okay. Chickens love to scratch in the dirt, so they have found a treasure.
Treasure?
Marcia says, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Maybe they found a golden egg. Oh, Izzy loves to talk about chicken nuggets. And maybe it's a nugget of gold. And then you can play on the whole chicken nugget. That's funny. That makes me laugh.
Okay.
Snooty, opinionated gossips they are, Paula says. Oh, and then Sophia says something about chickens are equal, but some are more equal than others, that sort of thing.
Okay, just a minute. Now you're going too fast. Okay, snotty, opinionated. What was the other word?
Gossipy.
Gossipy. Because I think chickens should be gossipy.
Oh, yes.
I don't know how to spell that, but I can read it.
Yeah.
Now, what was the other one?
So then the some chickens are equal, but some are more equal than others. There's a hierarchy of chicken.
Okay, all are equal. Some just more than others.
Yeah. They're having tea and gossiping. A hen party.
Oh gosh, you're going too fast. Some more. Okay, so what was that? Hen party.
Yes.
Yeah, and they could be imbibing.
Oh, yes. Well, there was some talk of drinking tea, but, you know. Well, Carrie, Paula has the coven of chickens.
Well, they could be the antagonist, with mine being the protagonist.
The what now?
Antagonist, and mine are the protagonist in a story, you know, where you're talking about. Those are the parts.
Well, maybe in the storyline it could be funny that, you know, these chickens are talking about the coven of chickens that Paula's doing.
The source of gossip.
Yeah, the source of gossip is that they're talking about the coven of chickens.
Yeah, they're dissing them.
And these are fancy chickens. Oh, Sandy says finding the golden egg is how they could afford to be fancy.
Finding?
Oh, that's funny. Egg money. Mm-hmm.
And the reason, you know, this is a really good thing because writing all of this down, even though I may, you know, end up,
Right.
It's, you know, creating this, and I love it that we have all of these ideas.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't think of all of these.
Yes. Anthony says a conscious chicken is upset at the pecking order and starts an anti-bullying campaign.
Oh, I love it.
Mm-hmm. And then Sophia says, what the cluck? I like that. Uh-huh.
Well, that could be the title.
And this is High Society Chicken Problems. No, that's right, Kim. I really cannot wait until you see the next phase of the chickens because they have gotten very fancy. You might need to make some little hats for them. You know, like Paula made the witch hats for hers.
Well, I know she did, and I thought about that.
These like need derby hats, you know, like
no, I fancied up their combs,
their plumage.
Their plumage.
Okay, well that tracks.
I need to stamp some more of those with the flowing tail because I don't know.
Yeah, the little.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Well, this is the fanciest chicken. It has the eyelashes and the floofy tail.
True.
That's why there's, you know, one above all. The fancy chicken.
Okay, keep reading.
Feather boas. Well, that's also funny because don't they make the boas out of chicken feathers? Something kind of wrong with that, but. What happened to Martha?
Her boa got caught up on the nails.
Well, no, and then the other chicken shows up and she's got a bow and it's like, Martha's missing. And then, you know, Trudy over there, she's got a new boa. Chicken conspiracies.
I love it.
Oh, goodness. Oh, Susan, I'm looking forward to that. Mm-hmm. Oh, and Carrie says RuPaul's chicken race. I'm telling you, that could fit with this next generation of chicken. Oh, and one of the chickens, Sheila Holmes, is on the case of missing Martha.
Oh, and see, I thought that you know, because it's a mystery.
Oh, Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes. Very good. Bye, Becky. Thanks for hanging. Hey, Colleen. Anthony, I'm telling you.
What did Anthony say?
He says a chicken who pretends to be a rooster so she can be in charge.
Put that up there with anti-bulletin. Okay. Gender changing. Faux gender. Changing. Because it's not a real thing.
Oh, Barbara Poole says the case of the purloined egg.
Okay.
Anthony would like to copyright all his ideas and demand royalties. I don't know that we're selling any of this.
You might be able to get a copy.
Yeah, we'll send you a copy. Hopefully, if she doesn't make it, you know, in a way that I can't, you know, make a reproduction of it. Okay. Goodness.
All right. Anything else here?
I think we've kind of yes, BLT chicken.
Gender bent chicks who's laying eggs now. I like that.
Now, are you going to do like little talkie bubbles or like what's your idea as far as that's concerned? I think we've got a good storyline here. Otherwise it's just gonna get weird.
El Pollo Loco.
That's actually a place here, you know. Like you can eat there. Uh-huh.
Venting chickens. Venting chickens. Oh, venting. I love that.
You may need to move to another page there. Well, yeah, they're here in Dallas too. I think we've eaten there once. El Pollo Loco. Are Mary in Carrollton? I don't think you ever eat there.
I don't think so.
It wasn't bad.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, what's next? With the chickens. You don't want me to fold you a book or no? Yes? Oh, they have them in California too.
I'm just writing down these words.
Okay.
Oh, and
how many pages do you think that? Because I think we could
good
do.
Lord, I don't know.
I think we could do like the multiple
No, I don't remember Eggman on Batman.
Mm-mm.
Oh, he made a lot of egg puns. Hysteria. Oh, hysteria is always a good one. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
the sky is falling.
Yes. Chicken Little. Okay.
Okay. So, got all this stuff here.
Yes.
I don't know. And I don't know whether I'm going to, thought bubble it or, have it just be a little story at the top with the chickens down below. I don't know yet. I've just got to play with that part before I can come up with how many pages I'm going to need. What I really need is I need a person to cut all the chickens out. Susan Fernandez says I need a better explanation of how to fold the zine.
Okay, well,
Just you've got some extra paper there. What
you
difference
know
is-
how to do it, Susan. Susan knows these
She's
things.
thinking about other people. She's just that
Okay.
kind of person.
Are we doing another one of the beak ones?
Okay. My nervous habit says, I've had a great morning, Ever. It's time to pluck myself out of the chat. Oh, pluck. I need to write that down. That's a great word. All those chicken-related words.
Okay, so fold in half. I gotta look at the instructions again. Fold in half, then you fold these back to the fold.
Okay, Pia says, Mariah, what if you follow some options? It's easier to imagine what you use when you actually see the structures. Hey, that's a great idea.
Well, that's why I'm thinking that, like, P should use the same structure. But, like, if she needs more pages, and we can do, like, what Becky talked about, where we just, glue them together or, you stack them.
But I'm thinking...
Is this not enough?
No, not that. I just think I need fatter pages. Simply because, if I want to get a bunch of chickens on one page, I mean, look at the size of those chickens and put them down there and, kind of...
Well, hand me a chicken.
Oh, you handed them back to me?
I did.
I'm trying to read the chat. This is one witty group. Yes. We have our wits, but not our marbles.
I know, that's right.
Sandy says, great way to start the week. Sandy, I tell you this is Tuesday.
No, it's Monday.
Oh, it is Monday.
Good God, woman. I told you that this morning.
I've just, yesterday all day long, I thought it was Tuesday.
You thought it was Monday.
Yeah. I don't know what, That's what happens when you have things coming off at the same time. See that's that kind of cutting there? That's going to make me real crazy. Rare as hen's teeth. Oh, I love that. Wrote that down. Witty group of.
See, look. Now, the other thing is you could have it being a little flip book like this way, and then that way you could have more, because you're going to need more chickens chatting chickens.
Oh, yeah, I might have to go into that stage rather than...
Yeah, so where it's a, That's an option.
Oh, CK says she's not doing well. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and then we could glue them together. See, okay, I'm gonna do
Hi,
this one.
Liz.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Here.
Yes, the art of sending healing hugs. Absolutely.
Ah, thanks, Liz.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Thanks.
Muchas gracias.
Okay.
Chick chat.
Chick chat. I like that.
Love chick chat. Where's my hen party business back over here?
There we go.
Fried. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so see, you can... We could either glue it there. I mean, I don't know how secure that would be, or just glue those two pages together.
I think that's what they do.
Yeah. And then that way... You may just need to storyboard it out so you know how many pages you're going to need.
Yes.
Ah, thanks, Margie. I'm happy. I know that's not a lot. This is more about preparation and kind of getting started.
Yeah, Carrie, the meandering zine is better, but the problem is the pages become smaller because of how you fold.
No. Yes. Yes, because it's a 3. Okay, so here, let's just do. We'll do the meandering fold. We'll do the meandering fold because it's going into 4s. So let's see here. Step 1.
Anthony's wife gave him a shirt that says, "Feminist chicks dig me."
I love that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Chicken fellas, chick father.
the same kind of thing, fold in half. So we're getting our folds. You fold back. Yeah, and I think for the chicken sizes, like now if we can get a bigger sheet of paper, which I don't know that we have. That's not true, though. Hold on. Because we do have some of those 23 by... Yeah.
Oh, that presentation paper.
No, not the presentation paper. But, okay, so this is 4s. So, alright, so you kind of do the same thing. Fold in half. Because you're getting 4s. I know this is really fast. I actually have a downloadable like instruction that's on our website, free download, on how to do this one. But see, these are tiny. You need a really big sheet for this to be,
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're telling a story. Now, if you're doing kind of an arty,
yeah, because that's how I did that. Is I just did that like that and just did arty stuff on the whole paper.
Right. So then, all right. So we've got our 4 folds and all that business.
Oh, Susan says use roll paper. Well, of course we could do that.
And then
we could use our paper over yonder.
Yeah. It limits us though in its, which is 30, right? Or something like that, I think. 32. Is it 32 inches? Which is still pretty big. And then with this, start here. Just doing a very...
Yeah, and Diane mentioned that hint is to lightly pencil in the page numbers on the bottom right-hand corner so you know which side is up and which side down after you unfold it to work on it.
All right, and then you go back and forth with the cut. Don't cut that last panel.
Liz says, I just call this my art classes. There you go.
Last one. I'm trying to see my fold. I don't know if I'm staying on my line. Oh, kind of did. It's good. And then you just fold like so, and back, and doot, doot, doot. And not too shabby of a size, but again, like our chickens, you're only gonna get one chicken on a page base. I mean, you could stack them up, I guess, but you're not a lot of space for words
You don't
and
have
things.
Yeah. I think that's just too small.
Yeah.
I do like that though.
Now, that's not to say that if you did your panels, you can make your art whatever you want. And then, again, I can photograph it because we're thinking about this in terms of reproduction.
Right.
Because then I could shrink them down. So now the text and everything's going to get real small, and then it shrinks these down. But then we could make it in a way that then we print it on 1117, because I think, well, our big printer will print it. I have to dig it out, but I don't really use it. Good God, I don't even know if the ink works on it anymore, but you know, those are things to work out.
Well, we could always just take it to
yes,
one of the places
and just have them print us out 10 copies or whatever.
Yeah.
But see, that's just the meandering accordion.
I'll tell you what, the clucking fields a clockwork chicken where the wild hens are. I'm just going to have to go back through this and just write down all these because it's just going too fast. I can't write that fast.
So a double page spread could be one page, yes. So like when you get into it and you open it up, then you got your chickens can be chit-chatting. One chicken, two chicken. Boop, boop, boop.
The whole bucket. That's how you do Brutus. A double page spread could be one page.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
That works too. But I think the smartest thing, so that way size-wise, you're getting everything that you want. But you got to keep them consistent. Are you hearing me? This is why, like a storyboard, you've got to have all your blocks the same.
You're such a downer sometimes, Mariah.
I know. I'm trying to put her in a box, and she doesn't like it. She would like her boxes to be all different sizes. Irregular. And then, whoever's working through it is
whimsical.
Yeah, that's their problem.
Yeah. Palace folding.
But even if you did it like...
Oh, Susan, are you willing to cut my chickens out? Oh, she's
oh, that's so sweet, Susan.
She's going to edit out all the non-chicken lines. Susan, you're just so... I want you to... I need somebody to cut my chickens out for me.
That's a quack off.
Sharp as hen's teeth. Oh, that's a good one. Where's that hen teeth?
Okay. I think that's about as far as we can get today. Is there anything else that we need to address that can get you going and on task with your zine? I know what I need to be doing. You're not looking at me.
I'm reading this really interesting chat over here, Mariah, and you're I love it. Chicken on the Orient Express. I think that. Oh. Okay. Carrie says, how about coloring the chickens and then shrinking the chickens down? Oh, Peking chicken. Oh, that's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would have to use that special paper, and I start.
She's already done the coloring.
The chickens are for the most part already done.
But yeah, shrinky dinking them would be something. But
yeah, but that shrinky dinky stuff is
okay. Again, all right, and because I know you don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm not being mean.
Okay.
I just want you to focus for a second.
I'm focused, you guys. I'm not reading chat right now.
All right, you can even take your big book there. You just need to think about every page as a panel. Don't get all crazy and arty and start thought bubbling in multiple things. Because see, this is what she does to me, and then I'm like, well, that doesn't fit. Now I have to work it out. But if you think about one big page in your journal there as a panel, then just build out your story. Then I can photograph it, and then I can shrink it down into a fun little zine size that we can then put up on the website for people to download or whatever. And then we might even have a handful of them printed and then give those out or whatever.
Put them in the giveaway boxes.
Yes, put them in the giveaway boxes so you can have sort of a, limited edition printed version. That'll be kind of, on fancy paper or something. And we'll do it kind of in this style or whatever makes sense first.
And this is completely off subject, but this is how I work. This is where my brain goes. It just goes wild.
Yeah.
Okay. We could have what we call artistic contributors. I could send, just a painted chicken to people, and they would dress it up and send it back, and then it could become part of the.
Here's a way to do that. I don't hate it. Once you have all of your fancy chickens all finished and ready to go and cut out, or we could leave them all on one page, we can have that as a downloadable thing. If people then want to print it and contribute.
Well, I think that we should do the just plain chickens, and then they can decorate their own chickens. And send
then they need to buy stamps in the shop. That's at PM Artist Studio. Cheeky chickens. That's a conclusion to that chicken project.
Okie dokie there, folks. So it just right off bat, because there's some people that are new here.
Yeah.
So how much and how many chickens do you get?
Oh, okay. So
what's the price?
Right. That's a good question. I don't remember. It was a few days ago. But 1 second.
Because it's not like we're what do you call it?
Right.
Don't want to.
So cheeky chickens. If you want all of the chickens, all 6, $34.83. If you would like a set of 2, it's $11.61.
Well, now see, I would go with, I liked all of the chickens, but I like some of the chickens better than other the chickens. So what you need to do is you need to look at the chickens and think about
which set you really like.
Yeah, which ones you feel like you could embellish more with.
Right.
Now,
set 1 is your favorite because it has the eyelashy chicken.
I know, but you know what I did with the others? It doesn't really matter because I made my own eyelashy chickens.
See, now she's giving out more information about how to fancy up your chickens.
How to gussy up your
gander. Gussy up your gander.
Gussy up your gander.
But that's a different fowl.
That is another fowl altogether.
Altogether
now. The Chicken Chainsaw Massacre.
Y'all can build whatever story you want when you buy your own chickens. I am all for it. I want to see it. Please post it in Makers. If you are over there on Facebook, make sure you tag me if you post here on YouTube. All of those things, yes.
I'll tell you what, instead of cat among the chickens, it's the chickens among the kittens. Chicken on a hot tin roof. Just love all these things.
Chicken.
This is really
it's chicken madness.
This is what happens creatively when you start. You don't reject any ideas; you accept all of them. And then everybody builds off of everybody else's stuff, and this is how it works, people.
Yes, and exactly, Cheryl. So the chicken saw chain massacre, whatever thing, would be perfect for the Halloween, folks. I'm all for it.
Absolutely. Close Encounters of the Chicken Kind. I'll tell you what.
I like that.
Oh, yeah. Alien chickens.
We need some little...
Chick on a stick. That's kind of...
I think that's a different kind of scene.
Paula says, this is making me so happy. Thank you all. Oh, absolutely.
Hey, well, your chickens are... They're a good time.
Rod says we're all a little bird-brained. I feel a little like chickens sometimes. These are so good.
Alrighty. I'm leaving it at this, right? Or is there any further discussion that we need about? You know what you need to do. I'm hoping you do it.
I do know what I need to do, but I just, I'm still at that stage that I really have to sift through all of these ideas, and then I got to get back on here and write down the rest of these.
Here is my thought process for you. You've got all the ideas. Read through them once again. Start with your first panel. And what the story's going to be. If it is going to be, you're going to narrate it, or if these chickens are talking. Is this like a, what do you call it? A graphic novel where there's, it's the talkie bubbles. Is it a conversation or is it a narration?
Well, I envision it as being a little of both, because I think
you got to set up the story.
Yes, I've got to set up the story, but also you can have the main part of the dialogue at the top, but then to indicate which part of the dialogue goes with what chicken down here, they can be saying, some little small thing.
Okay. This is how we overcomplicate things.
Yeah.
We're really good at it.
I'm excellent. Silence of the Chickens. Oh, gosh. That's a really good one, too. When a chicken calls.
Well, then, if you do the narration thing plus the combo, I think you need to write out your narration sections.
And then plug that narration into the chickens later on.
Because the conversation, you can really get funny with it, but I think you're better off saying, all right, here's how the story goes. And then you can have your chickens having these little side conversations, or just reiterate what is being said at the top. Right? That's kind of how you were thinking about emphasizing or adding a little extra inappropriate chicken talk amongst the chickens.
Yeah, they could be commenting.
Yes.
Commenting on the above.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what actually would be hilarious too is like, if in a panel or whatever you had, just kind of like how you used to do the Christmas cards with the deer heads, the ones that got lopped off. You just have them sticking in every once in a while.
No, you don't even have to have a whole chicken to represent. They could just
and then one could
go around the edge,
right? And then his other part could be here at some point, and there's just hooting. Boop, boop. Sorry, Izzy would have thought that was hilarious. So yeah, you can use parts of chickens, all the chicken. I think we've covered it. I'm very excited about this. I hope that it
coalesces.
Yes.
It's a little runny right now.
Yeah, we got all the ingredients, as we, mentioned. Steps to starting a project. The zine edition. Maybe this should, and then, CP for all the chicken business. Chicken.
I had said, I mean, I spent
Business.
almost all day yesterday working on my chickens.
Yeah. You need to work on your
And-
chicken story.
Yeah.
Less beautification.
I mean, that's not nearly.
Because then you'll also know how many chickens you need.
Oh, I think I've got it covered. I got tired of doing chickens.
Well, I know, but like, you're probably, this is kind of proves one of those things where you might need more chickens than you realize to complete your story and the story panels. And the thing is you better keep your character straight. Because all
They're
your
gonna have to
chickens are
repeat.
all your chickens are individuals.
Gosh darn it. This is just, yeah. This is, where
Hey, writing a book is complicated. Making art is like,
yeah.
That's
you
easy.
can just willy-nilly that. But
You
this
just-
writing a book thing, you got to have your
chickens in a row.
chicken sugar biscuits in a row.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See? I don't know that it necessarily matters, but I think if you have a leading chicken, you should at least have them represented.
Yes. Yeah, and in order to make this good, I have to have a protagonist and an antagonist.
Okay. They'll be switching
it's
up
got to
your
be
chickens.
the good chicken, bad chicken.
Yeah. There you go. All right, my arty friends. I don't know how much of a thumbnail, how fun this is going to be. Can I have your blank chickens? Oh, I have some of them over here. Never mind.
No, you don't have the black. Yeah, you do. Here.
I was just gonna. Okay. Yeah,
That's
that's
a
a
whole
better
page.
folded up kind of situation. All this blank white paper's not terribly exciting as far as a thumbnail visual, but
Well, if you take it apart and kind of,
there we go. Okay, I'm gonna hold that up.
I'm sorry you don't have your Jello shirt on. That
I
would've
know.
been
I didn't really
good.
plan that out very well, did I? Could go down and change.
Well, we didn't talk about that.
No, we don't plan things out quite like that,
God knows.
And I keep, I don't look in the right place, and I haven't figured out where to look exactly. I want to look at that. Make sure my eyeballs are in the right place. I think it was.
That's good. I'm looking at the screen.
Thank you.
Chicken George. Oh my God, that's good too.
All right. Hopefully that gets her done. We'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Chicken business will continue.
Fried green chickens. Oh my God, these are so good.
Bye, guys.
Bye. I have to get this before it goes